Hi guys, and welcome to And More Development. This is a new channel that is set up as part of the new updates of And More Central that previously used to be OMSI 2, ETS2 and more, to show you guys some of the developments that I do out of main YouTube channel time, making maps, building maps and editing maps. So this is a map that I've been working on for at least a good 6 months. This is called Haverthorpe. So here we are currently. The map is really inspired on places I've been, things I've seen, routes I've travelled on and companies that I've seen come and go. So we are currently at Hebden Bridge railway station. For those of you who come from Yorkshire, you'll probably recognise some of the names and places if you've been out and about. So for those of you who know, this is Hebden Bridge. It's not 110% accurate, it's just I've used inspiration from the areas. Name the areas for those of you who come from there will know where the area is, and just built my own idea on it. So this is basically Hebden Bridge. This is going to be the starting point, or is the starting point of about, I think it's 3 or 4 local routes. It's 3 actually. No, it's 4 because there's 1 night route and 3 daytime routes. The 3 daytime routes use 1 bus and take about 10 minutes each way, so meaning that 1 bus is required, they run every hour. The night bus runs every hour and it serves all the places the 3 little services serve during the day. So, yeah. So also there's going to be 1 other route that still has to be completed that is going to come through here, that's going to be passing route. So that route that's still in plans. So there's currently a few routes. I think there's something about 6 or 7 routes. So I am going to be releasing a version 0.5 of this map soon. So before I mumble on too much, let's have a look round. So all the scenery that I've built from scratch, just using ideas. You'll probably notice that in Hebden Bridge there's more detail to scenery than there is most other areas. I don't know why that is, but it's just me. So this is the whole area of Hebden Bridge town centre so far. Let the game load up the tiles. So this is the whole area of Hebden Bridge so far. The estate goes up into this area. So buses will circulate this town centre area and serve these main stops here. Oh, there goes the clock. So, oh, here goes the clock on here as well. It's like everything's at it. Jeez, so this is like the cuckoo clock really bugs me. So this is the entrance to Hebden Bridge. Up here, services 517, 597 go up there to Baildon, I think it is. Up here, the 590, the 592s and the new X11 that I've introduced go up to Moulton. Oh, pardon me. Go up to Moulton and then basically take inspiration from the coastline routes and take a coastline route up to a seaside resort that I still have to design. There's also a new 591 that runs between the city centre of Leeds and the Moulton terminus, where these routes part, the 590 and 592 part. So it's a bit complicated to explain because there's a load of routes on this map, but I'm going to try my best. Pick up what you can. What you can't, then I really do apologise, but you will see some routes, some work in progress, have a look at in games soon. So this is, I'm just hovering around the diversion routes. So all the areas that I'm going to be going around are all areas that you're going to be able to drive. So for those of you who have realised, some turns are very tight, like this one. You have to go from here, from this road, round here, down round here and up here, so that's going to be a pretty tight one. It is. I usually end up cutting the curve on there, and this is something nice. This is something a bit unique that I introduced. That's 2 bridges, so they'll go up one way and one way down. So they used to be 2 footbridges, but I decided to use my initiative and make them like that. So I'm quite impressed with those. So it goes through a little Dalesy area, through here. It all loads up. So the 597 is part of the every hour circulars of Hebden Bridge. So the 597 goes up here, the 517 goes direct down that main road there. So, and then they all terminate in Belden Towngate. So another route that we do have is the 626 that departs here, goes up here, round the roundabout, down here, through a couple of estates here, so I'm not going to give too much away. Down here, we also have two, we have currently one, but I'm planning to have more school runs before I release the map. So there's a few school runs that are going to serve this school here, and it goes up here to Leeds. Oh, I forgot, just bear with us guys, I've got to do something. There we go, because I forgot to plug my PC charger in, and it was going to run out of charge, and I didn't want that. So I'm not going to give too much spoilers away about up there. All I'm going to say is there's two bus depots right next to each other, and Leeds city centre with a little nice shopper route. So I'm not going to give too much of that away in this video. I'm just going to focus on the main area that I started building on. I'm a bit ambitious with the people, so I'm hoping that they'll load up in the future. They usually don't. So that's the 626, so that starts at Belden, goes through that little estate, down there, down the road that we just come along, makes a right, stops at this stop here, and then goes on its way up to Leeds. So that basically follows on and like adds itself to the 590, 592, 591 that come up here, go around the nice little idyllic area. For those of you who live in Yorkshire again, this is inspired by New Miller Dam. And then it goes round here, round there, and then goes past this really detailed scrapyard that I'm very impressed myself with. So it goes past there, goes past that nice old petrol station, up here, and back into Hebden Bridge. So I'm going to continue this route along, so I'll show you guys this route that is the 590s, 591s and 592s, and then I'll show you what I've done with the 592 so far to get you excited about what's coming in the future. So I might release version 0.5 as just a demo with the routes that currently are there, and then version 1 will be released when the map is 110% alright. I'm satisfied with the current progress and it looks okay, so that'll be when it's released. So this is Heptonstall. This is the first bus out station. For those of you who don't know, the 590, the 591, 592, the route that we're following, won't be operated from here. This is a mini outstation. For those of you who don't know what an outstation is, it's basically just like a mini version of a depot with some buses based outside of a main depot. So this is going to be an outstation, Heptonstall outstation, that's going to be using the Hebden Bridge and where we're going up to Malton local services, as well as a few school runs. So the 590s, 591s, 592s will use a massive depot in Leeds. So we'll continue along this route. This is also the route that the X11 takes, only the X11 is run by a different company called Geldards. Geldards, I'll just tell you this, Geldards takes quite a big importance with me in my kind of life, because that was the first ever depot that I fully went into that wasn't a normal. It was the first depot that I really remember taking photographs in. And quite recently, I think it was the 4th of September. It was sometime in September. The company unfortunately went into administration following a fire that happened a few weeks/months before. And the company went into administration and was sold and never really came back. So that's why Geldards has a big importance to me, and I felt that it should be included in the map so that people who didn't know what it was can remember it and know what it was and it meant to others. So yeah, something like that. So this is the Heron. I'm pretty impressed with this as well. So that like nice little pub within a countryside area. Oh, it's something that's like annoying. So something that's like annoying in the editor is that it takes ages to load up. It takes longer than it would usually. So you've got these massive gaps. This is Scania Bus and Truck Dealer, with a lot of Hong Kong buses in. I pretend that these, because I can't repaint like statics because I don't know how, but I pretend to myself that these are like what they are, but only in like a Stagecoach livery, because a load of these were sold to Stagecoach for use on railway placements, and that's something that I'm considering to include on my map. We'll have to see. So that's just an overview of this area. If you do want me to show you a proper area of this map, then please do let me know in the comments. If there's an area that you really wanted to see and I've only just brushed over it, then let us know, and I will have a total focus on that at some point. So we'll go down here. This is very impressive. This is using BTV's bus station roof, and I designed the full bus station by placing each one of these railings individually. So that was quite impressive, and it was quite interesting, let's say. So that's a massive bus station. Up here's a little estate route that I'm not going to focus on today. Neither am I going to focus on the other estate route, the other Malton service, but we'll go up here. So all routes going to that bus station, and then the 592. So the 592, so we're going to be going this way where the 592 goes. The 590 goes this way, and the 591 currently terminates at that bus station. That's why that's the only timetabled route out of the 3 that currently exists, because the other 2 haven't been finished yet. So we'll just go up here on the 592. So this is going into the category into like a pasture area, inspired really upon a caravan trip to Beverley that I had, and we'll go through the open pasture at Beverley, I think it is. So that's quite cool. So I've inspired myself upon this. These, for some reason, won't show up in game for me. They probably show up in game for you guys, but they don't show up for me. So apologies about that. If I ever showcase this to you in game, they won't show up. So we'll go through here. Go along another cattle grade. And then we've got a nice few steep inclines to test the abilities of the Gemini 2 out that's going to be used on these routes. So to test the good old ability of the Gemini 2, see how it can cope along these tight, narrow, winding roads. And then we're going to this town that is called Garsdale. I might remove these trucks as they're not really too realistic, but they do provide a tight turn. Also, forgot to tell you, from Malton, this route that the 592 operates on is joined by, or is going to be joined hopefully by route 528. That will be run by Heptonstall Outstation, first bus outstation, and will run up to another place and split at the next area. Also, just to let you guys know before things, if I don't bring like the things that I'm planning, the routes that I've currently got in my head, plans, that doesn't necessarily mean that the routes will stay the same, because sometimes I have massive eureka moments where I'll think to myself, oh wow, that sounds much better, or that route is much better, or I don't think that's going to happen. So if I get one of those, routes may change, but this is how they look at the moment. The ones that are set in stone, I will be leaving in the description if I do remember. For those of you who know, I don't usually remember. So hopefully I remember. So we'll go down here, round here, and at the end of here we'll finish this little video. So this is something a little unusual, going through a bit of water, and we'll finish that there. So I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please do like and subscribe. If you do have questions, suggestions, or need a download, don't hesitate to ask. For those of you who know, this channel is run by Endemol Central. Also with the download links, I won't be providing download links to this because it's still work in progress, but you can check out updates here, so do subscribe and things like that, and I do hope to see you in the next video I make. Goodbye for now. Bye.